Hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest, 8 Second Gaming, and Season 14 of Apex will not be the same. With the new trailer that just dropped, we saw some stuff being confirmed, and we also know from data leakers that a lot of changes are coming. So we're going to be breaking that all down, so by the end of this video, you guys will understand exactly what I mean. But guys, with the new season and with all these changes mean that there's going to be some pretty hard meta shifts, and people are going to have to adjust to the new playstyles. And if you want a helping hand and be ahead of the curve, then you need to check out the GameLeap website right now. Over there, we have top level coaches creating the best guides and courses, all to make you understand Apex a lot better. We have legend guides, gun guides, VOD reviews, so many videos, so that no matter what issue you have in Apex, you will find a solution. So click the link in the description, pick yourself up a membership, or I'll put a hex on you to never get heirloom shards ever again. But okay, with that being said, let's hop into these changes, and I just want to make it known that these are in no particular order from relevancy or just kind of how they affect the game. They're just in an order. So the first thing we need to talk about is the wingman now takes sniper ammo. It no longer takes heavy ammo. It also will use extended sniper mags, and it can't use sniper scopes, so don't try to put a 6x on a wingman. But with this change though, you will be able to carry a lot less ammo for the wingman, meaning you can't really just sit back, spam shots across the map and hope something hits. You have to be a lot more careful, because sniper ammo only stacks to 24, so unless they change how many ammos you can put in a stack, then the wingman will be no longer spammable and you'll have to use more backpack space to take more ammo. It's a very interesting change in my opinion. I'm kind of worried how it'll actually play out in game and that the wingman will no longer really be used at all, but we'll have to see. Next up, the second change is the G7 and Volt are both coming out of the care package. This is the first time in Apex history that we have seen two guns come out in the same season. But hey, I like both guns, so I'm happy to see them back on floor loot. And replacing them in the care package is the bow check bow and the rampage. Now the bow does have something special with the arrows. When you fire an arrow, wherever it sticks into, you can go and pick that arrow back up. So if they keep that, that's actually going to be a second first, because this will be the first care package weapon that can technically sustain ammo. Because if you shoot an arrow and miss, you can just go pick it back up technically. So I'm actually really excited to see how the bow plays in the care package. But now the next thing is that the EVA 8 did receive some buffs. Apparently they massively increased the fire rate, and now the bolts are providing even more fire rate than they did. And Alpha Intel also commented on their own stuff, saying that they now take stocks. I'm not quite sure what a stock would do for the EVA other than the handling speed, but maybe they're trying to give it a little bit more range, because right now the EVA, if you're not in someone's face, it's not really doing much damage. But the guy that originally leaked these things, Osvaltador I think his name is, it's a little bit hard to pronounce, I do apologize. Most people have just been calling him Oz, so I'm going to follow suit and just say that as well. But Oz said from his source, the dev commented that they want the EVA to be the W key shotgun once again. And with the faster fire rate, it will chew through ammo, so take an extra stack of shotgun ammo, but it seems like it will be the W key shotgun once again. And the last weapon changes that we know of right now is that the Spitfire is switching over to light ammo, and the R99 was rumored to be switching to heavy ammo, but that is not true from what we can tell. Now I'm not quite sure why they would switch the Spitfire over to light ammo when they had a rumored LMG that was going to use light ammo coming into the game somewhat soon. Now that LMG rumored was the Maelstrom, and we have covered it before on this channel, so if you're interested in hearing about it, you can go check out that video. But with them switching the Spitfire to light ammo, maybe they've swapped the Maelstrom to heavy ammo and they're still planning on adding it into the game. They just felt that heavy ammo worked on it a little bit better. Moving on from weapons though, we can talk about some of the gold items that are in the game. Now the gold knockdown shield with its perk self-revive has been a little bit in the thorn of Respawn's side for quite some time. It was to the point where they had to remove it from custom lobbies because it was being so annoying for pro players. But recently with all the rank changes, it's actually being annoying for everybody that's been trying to rank up. Say you're in the top 3, you kill a squad but you get third partied and you're not able to get the finish off, so your team ends up placing third because you didn't have a self-revive even though you won the fight. So thankfully Respawn is getting rid of the self-revive. It is completely out of the game. And taking the spot on the gold knockdown shield is actually the Guardian Angel perk. That was the perk that the gold backpack had, where you would res your teammate with more health and shield. And because Guardian Angel is moving to the knockdown shield, the backpack now has an open spot, and what's taking that is called Deep Pockets perk. This allows you to stack extra meds, 3 shield batteries instead of 2, 3 med kits instead of 2, and 2 Phoenix kits instead of 1. Now when Apex first came out, you actually were able to stack stuff like shield batteries up to 3, so it's kind of nice to see that returning in the game in some form. A little bit of nostalgia with the return of Skulltown as well. I don't know, I kind of like it. Now with the gold items covered, we can jump back towards the weapon side of things, and now we can talk about attachments for the weapons. There was something that we saw in the files for a while, and people have been talking about it, but we're finally seeing it in game, and that is the laser sights. Now, the laser sights are compatible with all SMGs and pistols, and the SMGs and pistols that previously supported barrel stabilizers are no longer compatible with them. So with the loss of barrel stabilizers, we are losing a little bit of range on some of the SMGs, especially ones with high recoil, but the trade-off is that we're getting the laser sights, and these will reduce the hipfire spread accordingly based on their tiers. And the laser sight on them will only be visible to teammates, and the dot is also fully customizable in RGB scale, similarly to the crosshairs, so you can have a pink laser sight if you want to. Now we also have 2 hop-ups returning to the game and 2 that are leaving. The Skull Piercer is making a return to the game, going of course on the Wingman and the Longbow, but it's also going on the 30-30. And with the return of the Scout to the ground loot, we are also seeing the return of the double tap trigger, because, you know, the EVA 8 and the Scout are back on ground loot, so they want the double tap in the game. With the fire rate changes to the EVA, I'm not sure if double tap or just regularly firing will be better. I can't wait to test this out in game, because last time double tap was in it, it was actually just better to not use it. But the 2 hop-ups that are leaving the game are the Shatter Caps and the Deadeye's Tempo. With the bow check going into the care package, they don't want these hop-ups on the ground, so for all the 30-30 users, pick up a shotgun, you'll still be fine. But now one of the things that I'm sure the casual players are going to love is that the level cap is being increased. The base account level goes from 500 to 700, and you could prestige up to 3 times. The prestige levels will also award gilded badges. Now I will warn you guys, there is some conflicting information out there. Some sources say that it's still level 500 being the max and you just keep hitting 500 with the prestige system, but Oz, the original leaker of all this information, says his source assures him that it's level 700 now. He did say to be a little bit skeptical of that though, so this is subject to change. Take this with a grain of salt. It might not be level 700. But what we do know is the pack drop has increased from 199 to 544. They have added 345 free packs to the game. And for all the people with the keen ears out there, you'll know that at 500 packs, you are guaranteed an heirloom. So if you're getting 544 free packs, that's right. The heirloom shards are now guaranteed just from leveling up in the game. Now, if you're super unlucky, you will hit it at that 500th pack. But if you're getting lucky, you might pull a couple on your way up to the max level. So that's why I said the casuals are probably pretty excited for this. And now I wanted to save this one for last because I'm not quite sure about this one. This didn't come from Alpha Intel or Oz, the leaker of all this information, but apparently the replicator rotation is also changing. The car and the wingman are coming out of the replicator, and the RE45 and the Devotion are going in. Now if the Devotion goes in, it means less LMGs are on floor loot and less people are going to be running them, so I'm not mad. But the RE45 and the Devotion aren't super meta right now. The Havoc is better with the turbocharger, and the RE45 just isn't that good of a gun. Yes, I understand with hammer points it can put in work, but the Mozambique hammer points are better, and without them, the R99, the car, the alternator, all those are just better than the RE45. So I'm not quite sure with this replicator rotation if it'll actually be worth it, because I'm not quite sure how many people are actually going to be crafting. So that's why I saved it for last, because I'm not 100% sure if this will actually go through. So this is another one of those things that you should take with a grain of salt. But now I have a question for you guys. What change are you most excited for? Me personally, I like that self-res is being removed. It was super annoying. It's a lot better and competitive when you don't have to worry about it. So I am most excited for that. But let me know what you guys are excited for in the comments down below. Let's see what the community thinks. And with all this being said, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did and you want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest Apex Legends tips, tricks, and news, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Also, with the release of Season 14, we will be putting out some bangers like legend and weapon tier lists, some combinations for legends and weapons, some tips and tricks for the map and how to rank up so you don't want to miss them. Thank you all for watching. Once again, I'm 8 Second Gaming, and I will see you guys in the next one.